Should the system decide to collapse, which I don't believe it has to, by the way, I believe that we can create a just transition into renewable energies where life can continue as it is, only healthy. But should it collapse first, before we have the good sense to do that, we know how to survive, we indigenous people. And we've done this before and before throughout creation. You know, my sons, my daughters know how to build a fire, how to hunt, how to fish, where the water is, where the berries are, where the mushrooms are, where the wild potatoes live, how to capture the honey from the bees, even if we get stung, because that's their territory. We have ways that we're going to move on. And we're hoping that it doesn't come to that, and it doesn't need to. We can together rise up and make a difference. The indigenous people bear an undue burden of the extractive industry on their land and stealing from our mother, the earth. In Canada, the tar sands are an example of what happens when you go to extreme energy extraction and you're bringing up bitumen, which is going to create a carbon bomb once it reaches the open market and is set free. And it will cause a temperature rise. In my backyard, fish kills, 5 of them in the last few years in the Salt Fork River that runs through our community, directly related to fracking and directly related to injection wells. Earthquakes by the dozens, tornadoes that are huge. I could give you one example after another. We've seen that for generations. So of course hope is alive. If one considers the devastation that we've lived with, the genocidal process that we've lived with, there's only the strongest of us left. So we will survive. We do know that. But I believe that it is up to you and every other person to say, we've got to stop what's going on in the Amazon, in that living forest right now, today, not tomorrow. We have to put people in a position through election or through revolt and say, we demand that things change here on earth while we have a chance to, or else we are neglecting our duty as people, as humans, as part of a life cycle. So there's always hope, but it takes action to make that hope into a reality. I think I would say the same thing to anyone, anywhere. We live by a 7th generation philosophy. What are you leaving for your generations to come? What is your legacy? Is it the golden room and the Trump Tower? What are your children going to eat, that golden faucet? Or do you want your great-great-great-grandchildren to have air to breathe, water to drink, and an earth to love them?